Okay, so welcome back to part 2 of building codereviewchecklist.com, which I'll be doing live on Twitch. And we're going to pick up some pull requests, GitHub issues, and see if we can make the site a bit better. Just a reminder, it is an open source project that I've started, so thanks to those that have already contributed, but please do whatever you can to make it better. This is going to be a resource for all sorts of developers who want to do code reviews. So yeah, let's all make it better together if we can. So I'm trying something a bit new. I'm trying a new Twitch overlay. So make it look a little bit better. You may or may not be able to tell, but I created this overlay myself. So I am looking to improve that. Okay, so let's jump straight in. So this is the website. It's currently live. I put a very basic version of it live, but what I want to do is make it iteratively better. So this is what it currently looks like. And the idea is that it prompts you for, or gives you ideas of things you need to look for in code reviews. You know, is the documentation up to date? Is the code performance expectable? Is the code easy to read? And one of the things I want to do is also just improve the content of this site. Excuse me. So let's have a look at some of the pull request issues we've got. Not pull request, keep saying pull request issues, just GitHub issues. Okay, so let's start off by picking up an easy one. Enforce trailing slashes on URLs. Okay. Actually, the first thing I want to do is try and get a dark mode for GitHub, because I'm going to be jumping back and forth between GitHub and my dark theme in Visual Studio, and the contrast is quite, it just goes very dark to very light. So what I want to do is see if I can find a dark mode for GitHub. So I'm going to do that first of all. I believe there's an extension that you can use for it. Also, my neighbour is doing home repairs, so if you hear any drills, that'll be him. Oh, here we go. That looks like it might do the trick. Let's try that. Ooh, there we go. That's a bit more easy on the eyes. Okay, that's a good start. Right, so enforce trailing slashes on URLs. What do I mean by that? So on the site, by the way, having a dark theme for this site is on the list of issues. What we have is not many URLs, but a couple to start with. There's going to be more, but there's only a couple of stars. And what I like to do is always enforce lowercase URLs, which someone else managed to pick up an issue and merge that in, so thank you very much for that. But I also want to enforce lowercase URLs. So let's jump into the code and see how we do that. Okay, so I seem to remember it's something in roughly the same place as where you enforce lowercase URLs. Let's do a quick Google. I could just pull up some code that I've done previously, but I will Google it instead. ASP.NET, MVC core, enforce trailing slashes. It's not what I was looking for. Pretty sure it's in the startup. Here we go. This looks more like it. If this doesn't work, then I probably will just pick up some code that I've written previously that does just this. Here we go. I think that's what I want. So that's configure services. just be easier if I do that again. So it's in configure services. Oh, this site's a bit janky. A few too many ads as well. Right, I guess configure services. It's in configure route options. I wonder if I can do it here. I'm not sure if that's right. I'm going to go and just pick up check in another piece of code that I've done recently. Just bear with me. Okay. So it is that. Fine. Probably don't need Google now. Oh, what I should have done is assign that to myself. I'm not very good at providing descriptions, but there's not many people working on this project at the moment, so it should be all right. Okay, that looks like it might have worked. Let's give that a run and see. What I also better do is just make this a bit bigger, this text. There you go. Now probably can minimize that window. That is running. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so now if I go to that URL, I get a trailing slash. Perfect, that's what I wanted. That was an easy one. That's an easy one for us to get in the rhythm. Okay, let's stop that. Let's commit that now. I suppose I could just commit on the command line. There we go. So we can say, oh, behind. Why am I behind? I know why I'm behind. Okay. Again, let's commit that. Trailing slashes enforced. Again, perhaps not the most useful of pull requests to pick up and do, but one that I definitely wanted to do. Probably should have left a comment. rather than just closing it. Anyway, what else have we got? One that I really need to do is layout needs to be made responsive. The site really isn't responsive at the moment. These columns in the middle, they're just set to 33% width or something. So if I just reduce the width, they just get less and they look a bit rubbish, especially if you turn like a bit of device emulation or something. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Yeah, so I need to do something about this. So what I might do is try and use Flexbox, or is it FlexGrid? I always forget. Flexbox. I've not done this in ages. I'm going to use Flexbox, and I think probably want to use different widths depending on the browser resolution as well. So I think I'll use a bit of this and a bit of that. Oh, in fact, let's go assign that issue to me first. I mean, there are other hacky ways I could do it, I suppose, but I think I'll try and use FlexGrid. Flexbox, sorry, not FlexGrid. But I think that's what I want. I mean, I suppose I could be creating branches for each of these issues, I suppose. That's probably what I should be doing. But again, just a little project, a little side project for now. Just need to remind how I've actually done the divs. Oh, it's interesting. It's already flex container. Really? I do not remember making that flex container. Okay. Guess that means some of the work's already done. Some of it. So where am I setting them 33%? There. So that code might have to change, almost certainly. Or does it? Could I just change that? Could I just change those widths? Depending on the breakpoints. Is that hacky? Feels hacky. Let's give it a go anyway. Let's do it the hacky way, then someone can always raise a pull request to do it the proper way, I suppose. Does not have to be perfect first time, this. In fact, it certainly will not be perfect first time. Okay, so let's try this. Let's, on the smallest one, really? On the smallest one, let's set the min width to be 100% because I only want one column. In fact, can I just do width? Probably. My CSS isn't the best, hence the need to practice it. That's not going to change. Let's leave that in there for now because I might want to alter it. Just bear with me. I'm going to try something. Hopefully this will, on like a mobile sort of width, it will make it just one column. But on the portrait tablet, it will do two. That's what I'm aiming for anyway. Okay. Fingers crossed, that should be one column. It's not one column. Obviously doing something wrong. But what? Oh, hang on. Yeah. Is it because I'm using width in here and I'm using min width, max width in the other ones? Ah, it's supposed to be 33%. Anyway, I'll update that next. That's different. It's not exactly what I wanted, but it's different. I think on this size of the screen, I still wanted 3 columns, if I'm honest. Is my zoom 100%? Yes, it is. But if I start to change this, it's kind of what I wanted. When it's really narrow, it's only 1 column. I might have to change the breakpoints, but yeah, I definitely need a bit of a breakpoint to go back to 3 columns. Why isn't it 3 columns? Okay, well, let's make it explicit then. In the larger one, I thought it would just inherit that 3 columns one. Min width. Okay, I'm not setting a max width in there. Okay, I suppose I could set the max width. I could explicitly set them here. This feels a little bit not what you're supposed to do, but let's see if we can get it working. So really big, I want 3 columns. Yep, still 3 columns. Possibly still 3 columns, then 50. Sorry, and then 2 columns. Let's give that a go. This site so needs a dark theme. I'm just going to quickly check the health of this stream, by the way. I'm new to streaming, you might have noticed. So I'm not entirely sure I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing. Pretty sure I've hit record or the start streaming button, but I do like to check these things because you get nervous. You start to doubt yourself. Yeah, I think it's alright. Yeah, that's fine. It looks like it's working. Right, anyway, what we're doing, we were checking the breakpoints. So 3 columns, 2 columns, 1 column. Hey, that's not bad. That's not bad. Happy with that. Let's try it with different device profiles. Let's just go through more. Yeah, 1 column, fine. 1 column, 1 column, 1 column. Yeah. 1 column's wide enough, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, let's skip a few. Hey, this is looking good. Let's do iPad. iPad's 3 columns. I mean, so long as the text isn't squished up, it's fine. Can I do that and go landscape? Yep. I can live with that, I guess. So none of these devices show the 2 columns. It's not the end of the world. That's fine. I don't, like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect, but I will commit that as a start for 10. That's not bad. We are blazing through these issues tonight. I've got a feeling some of these issues will need to be relooked at because my CSS, I might have mentioned, isn't the best. Responsive width breakpoints. That's pushed up. I think I'll deploy this site after this stream. Get these changes out there. So let's go close that issue. This very well defined issue. Layout needs to be made responsive. It is now responsive. Issue solved. Done. Okay. I thought that would be a lot harder, to be honest. For a CSS Pro, I'm sure it's simple, but for me, I spend most of my time in C#, not necessarily the front end side of things. What other issues can we pick up today? Update README. Yeah, could do that really. Ooh, this is a good one I wanted to do. Code review issues need reviewing, improving, adding to. What I really wanted to do is on this open source page is actually have the list of GitHub issues in there, and I couldn't see like an official GitHub sort of widget that you could drop in the page and it would just list the issues, but I had found some code for it, so just bear with me, we might try implementing that. Gosh darn it, I can't find it. I really wish I'd recorded that somewhere. That would have been saved my... Did I put it in the issue? I thought ahead and put it in the issue. Awesome. Yeah. So let's just go to this JS fiddle for a sec and you can see what it's doing. I found someone else had done this, so I just thought I would try and copy it. But what they've done is found that you can hit up the GitHub API and get a JSON document back that has all the items depending on the criteria you submit, and then they've just got some jQuery that just iterates through it. And I thought this is perfect for putting on that page that I wanted. So if I just replace a couple of these, so if I change that repository name to Lee Engelstone and then change this one to code review checklist. I think if I get rid of that labels one and hit run, I get them. So those are the issues in GitHub. Obviously they're not very styled, not interested in creating and stuff, but that I think will get us most of the way to where we want to be. So this is that open source page that I mentioned. Pretty sure that I've got jQuery on this page. Maybe I don't. Is jQuery still bundled in sort of your ASP.NET Core MVC projects these days? Yes, it is. That's fine. Alright, okie dokie. So it's looking for just a div to append. Well, let's give it a div, but let's give it a better identifier, shall we? ID equals GitHub issues. Not interested in the body right now. Just the title, and I will need to craft the links to go straight to the issues maybe. Let's see what that does. Control KD to format the document. Right, okie dokie. Let's give that a whirl. I'm not expecting it to work first time. That would be nice though, wouldn't it? Nope. That's fine. Didn't expect it to work first time. Let's see what the problem is. Okay, it's not finding jQuery. I'm pretty sure that's what that means. Yeah. Okay. Not finding jQuery. That's not a problem. Okay. There's probably better ways of adding a reference to jQuery onto the page using ASP.NET Core MVC. I'm just going to get this working. Let's try that again. A lot better chance of working this time when you're actually referencing the JavaScript framework that you're trying to use. Ooh, it's done something. It ain't pretty, but it's done something. What's going on there? Huh. I kind of just expected it to. Ooh. Why has it done that? So when document's ready, I must say I didn't really read through this one after pasting it. So I've got my URL, that's fine. It's getting the data's fine. Find the div with the ID github-issues and append this. Gosh, this code's a bit interesting. Don't even use bold anymore, do we? It's strong for starters. Anyway. Picking. Right, okay, so let's find that. Then append, found all that. And then for each. Okay, that's what it is. I've got the identifier on this div, but not this div. I don't actually need that one, but I'll keep it in. We're gonna tart this up and make it look a bit better. What? That's got a lot better chance of working. I mean, I don't even need the created update. Anyway, let's run that again. So I never hit the replay button. I don't know if anyone else does. That's browser link. Of course it is. Why would you have a button that looks just like a replay? Oh, it's completely different. The restart button goes counterclockwise. The browser link one goes clockwise. Never noticed that before. Anyway, okay, so open source, much better. Okay, and it's picked up the font, kind of. Let's make these look better. How would make them look better? Well, what do they look like on GitHub? Let's try and make it look a little bit like what people expect to see on GitHub. So they've got a title with a link. I could do something clever with a sign too. Depends how deep I want to go with this issue, I suppose. And then it's got the number opened 9 days ago by blah. Let's get that in for starters. Okay. Just going to grab that. Bit of a screenshot, bit of Shift Windows key S going on there. And that's what I want it to make it look like. Come on, back to the code. Back to the code. So let's, underneath, we're going to make that a link. Yeah. I imagine I'll have to escape the link like that. I'm not actually going to make it, put the address of the link in yet, mainly because I'd not picked out from the JSON, but I'm just putting the anchor tag around it. And then, where's my image gone? Then we had number opened 9 days ago. Okay, I bet I have to do the calculation for the number of days since it opened. That said, let's, dancing around this, why don't I just look at what data I get back from the JSON. What do I get? It's interesting. So I get the state, I can easily get the name, I can get the, oh, that's the assignee. Okay, the assignees. Okay, moving on. Number of comments, that might be useful. Got the body. I've got the URL to go straight to the issue. What I really wanted was like the 9 days ago sort of calculation to be done for me, but it's not. I don't think. No, it's not. Not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. But we will try and get that in there because I think it's worth it. If we can make it look a bit like this, bit more like this, then I'll be happy. For starters, instead of X days ago, let's put the date, number, issue number, opened date ago by blah, because we have all that information to hand, it looks like. So number plus... Don't need that one in there, in that top row. Issue number, opened at, issue created at, and then we'll put by. And then, was it on the issue? So it's issue dot... Probably assignee, yeah, assignee dot login, I think. Let's try that anyway. Now, is it login or log on? That? I've forgotten already. I've got the memory of a goldfish. Right, okay. Just login. Assignee.login. Okay, and then the next thing we'll try and do is make that link actually... Yeah, let's check that works first, and then we will see. Not bad. Something's broken. I think looking at that, I probably missed an escape or something. So we've got the link, opened at, rubbish date, time, format, and then by the whoever. Okay, so why has that done that? It'll be something like I've got a slash in the title, I bet. Something like that. Is the console going to help? Ah, okay. Cannot read property of login of null. That's because there's no assignee. Yeah, I got the wrong person. I didn't mean assignee. I meant probably the created by person. The author. What do we call that? Oh, I've lost it. So it's issue dot... Or is this just a person logged in? It's not assignee, it's not assignees. Is that effectively the creator? Try user.login instead. Let's try that. While we're trying that, shall we try the link to the issue as well, see if we can get that working. So what would the link be like? It would be just URL, issue.url. Is it that easy? Might be. Let's try that. That's better. This format is bugging me. Okay, found 9 issues. Of course I wanted a lowercase f to begin a sentence. Of course I did. That's not bad. But we did say we would try and make it look like this, which it doesn't. So maybe a bit of margin, and then we will look at the date calculation to get the days ago rather than the actual date. Let's do the margin first. I'm just going to fudge this as well. You're going to hate how I want to do this. You're going to hate this. Told you you'd hate me. You know what's coming. Let's have some nice inlined CSS for starters, just to get it working. Yes, I know I've got a missing closing apostrophe. Right, div. 10 pixels never seems to be enough for anything. Have you ever noticed that? Okay, so that should have a bit of margin. And then, what did we say we would do? Oh yes, date calculation. That's going to require some more Googling. Something's broken completely there. But what? Unexpected token dot. What have I done? There we go. That'll be what it is. I wondered why that had a squiggle under it. Now I know. So this should have a bit of margin between the issues, and then I will be happy. Ish. See, isn't that good? Oh, I've not actually tried the links yet. If I click that, of course it's going to go to the API. That's not what I wanted. I probably wanted the HTML URL. Yeah, okay, that's what I wanted. HTML underscore URL. Good job I checked that. Okay, so that's going to work. Yay. Perfect. Right. Let's Google JavaScript questions. Shoot me now. JavaScript date calculation days ago. Oh my goodness, could be any of these. So I could do the get date time minus that. Really? Or have I got a feeling it's not that easy? Oh, great. I really don't think it's going to be that easy. It's worth a try. I love being pleasantly surprised. Okay. So, just need to check something. Yes, I'm looking up how to get today's date time. Is it just new date, is it? Yes, it is. Fine. New date. New date it is. New date, and then we want date time minus. Let's just try this. How did that know I was looking for created at? Is it because I used it later on here? Or is it because it's gone off and no? Surely not. Surely it's not gone and execute that in the background. No, because there'd be loads more properties in there. I've definitely not used that one. URL to open, get URL to get all open bugs. Oh, sorry, yes I have, it's that one. Oh, okay. I thought it might be doing something clever in the background. It's probably not. Is that even going to work? I mean, is that even a date object, or is it a like string representation of that date object? I think it's a string representation. Could be wrong. See, this is going to trip me up, isn't it? Because I bet the GitHub repositories, once they start getting like more than 30 days, it starts saying months, days, and years, don't they? I can't actually remember. Anyway, let's cross our fingers and pray that that works. I'm not sure it's going to. Not a number. Okay. It's not erroring. It is just a string. It's fine. We're going to have to pass the string first. That's fine. That's fine. Don't know why I expected it to be anything other than a string, but yeah, it makes sense. Okay, more JavaScript Googling. Fantastic. I wonder if the no. Let's start a new Google session. JavaScript pass date time. Date bars. Fine. Makes sense. Let's try again. Probably don't need these comments in. I kind of know what I'm trying to do. Oh, hang on. That's not going to give me days. That's going to give me like ticks or something. Yeah. Might be a really large number, this. We'll see. Yeah, it's like ticks or something, isn't it? Milliseconds. Yeah. Okay, well, let's do the second calculation then. Let's rename that, and then let's do that. Call that one days ago. Everything else should stay the same. Okay, that's kind of worked. Yeah, I've just got very, very accurate days. Okay, so now I need to round it. More Google searching. Round, so floats. Really? I know that just gets me the decimal place. I don't want that. See, that will round it up. Do I want to round it up? At this point, I'm not sure if I care. Let's just round it to a whole number. So just to fixed. Let's just round it to a whole number for now. Not bad. Yeah, oh, yeah. Number 4 opened. Right, don't need that, and I don't need the space between them. Other than that, it's starting to look not bad. Okay, so we don't need space or the colon. was easy. I'm not sure if I ever checked that bottom link works. It does. That's fine. Perfect. Number 14, open 9 days ago by blah. Number 3, open 10 days ago by blah. Those links work. Not that bothered that they're blue. If anything, it's more obvious that they're the links. Might change that from found 9 issues to be something like outstanding issues. There are 9 outstanding issues. And then I think that's pretty much what I want to do with this page for now. There are 9 outstanding issues. That looks not bad, actually. Quite pleased with that. Didn't know you could do that, if it was even possible. So, yeah, definitely happy with it. Hey, if a single person pulls up an issue and fixes it because of this, then it's done its job. Let's try HR, hard rule there, and then a colon here. Not convinced I set the canonical for this. Yes, I did. That's fine. Can hear a neighbour banging away. It's getting pretty late here. I can't believe they're still banging away. 9 o'clock here. Right, okay, so there are 9 outstanding issues, colon, nice hard rule there to show that this section's different from that section. Yeah, that's okay. I mean, I can always make that a link. I mean, what else has GitHub got that we've not got? If anyone's watching this and wondering how I managed to get GitHub doing a dark theme, it's just a Chrome extension. I forget the name of it, but just Google GitHub dark theme or dark mode extension, you'll find it. Okay, so did I provide a link to GitHub? Yeah, what have they got? So number 14 opened 9 days ago by blah. They've got a link to the person, which is fine. I suppose we could put the link to the person. Starting to get sort of reducing benefits now. They have got, is that the issue type? I've not got any labels. Who it's assigned to might be a good thing. Could even have assigned to person's image and number of comments. So there could still be a few things we do on that. Do I want to do it now? The assigned to one's probably an important one because you won't necessarily, might be trying to avoid things that are already assigned to other people. Okay. I might do that. Let's put the link to the person's name first. No, because then it's going to go blue. I don't want it blue. Now let's leave that for now. I will do the assigned to though. How am I going to do that? Okay, well let's see how I get the information back in the API call first of all. Because I probably closed that tab yet again. What's wrong with me? The assigned to could be null. Let's get rid of these comments now, don't need them. If anyone's wondering why I've got little yellow dots everywhere, that's because I really like to see the white space in both my markup files and my code files, because I just hate it when it just ends up with trailing or space everywhere there shouldn't be. So to see that, you want to do Control RW and then it will reveal them. But if you do that, by default in the dark theme, they have a really dark green on their dots. So what you want to do is change that to a much more obvious color. If you go to, in fact, it's probably worth a bit of a tangent. If you do go to visualstudiotips.co.uk, another website of mine, you might notice the very similar styling. It tells you how to do it in here. So you can change the white space color from to yellow, like I just said there, or whatever color you want really. And then you can show the white space by doing Control RW. I've even got a video showing how to do it. As you can see, by default, it's very dark green on black, which kind of defeats the point if you ask me. So yeah, I change it to yellow. And then if you want to get rid of it really quickly, you can do format document, which is Control KD, and that will format your document and get rid of the trailing and the white space you don't want in that document. Anyway, diversion over. Completely lost my train of thought. What were we doing? Yes, we're going to see if it was assigned to anyone. That's what we're doing. Assignee. Can it be assigned to more than one person? I can't remember. Probably not. So it looks like there won't... Is it always an assignee? I don't think there is. Yeah, so there isn't always an assignee. So if the assignee isn't null, then I want to get the assignee dot login name. Hang on a second, they had their full name, didn't they? Oh no, it is username. Right, let's get the assignee then. we going to put it? Where am I going to put it? Was it login? Signy.login, yeah. I don't really want to change this code at this point. Okay, let's try this. Is that going to work? Not sure it's going to look right. Might look a bit bobbins. It's all right, I guess. I mean, it does the job of saying like, okay, that's assigned to someone, you probably don't want to pick that one up, but this one isn't assigned, so you might want to pick that one up. Now I'm thinking I've spelled unassigned wrong. Don't think I have. Double S? Yes. One N, double S. One N, double S. Yeah. So this is why I need help with some more pull requests and people can correct my spelling. That would be very beneficial. Okay, I think that's all I want to do with that page at this point. I think I'll deploy that straight after this stream. Fantastic. Right, well, let's close that one off. Yeah, I'm happy with that one. I'm happy about it right now. Might not be tomorrow, but I am right now. Okay. Getting through these issues. What else have we got? I'm not sure I want to pick up any more tonight. Data themes already assigned. Could update the README file, but I never know what to put in these things. Really, yeah. Let's have a think. What could we put in the README file? It's a bit of a boring one. I say it's boring, but I always tell my colleagues at work to make sure you keep your README files up to date. So I probably should keep my own side project ones up to date. Code review checklist is an online resource for helping with code reviews and can be found at blah. Okay, well, let's just have a really cursory mention of the fact that it's open source and people can make changes to it if they want. README file's not there. Of course it's not. Whoa. Okay. It's open source. What's a project? This project is open source and accepting contributions. That's code contributions, not monetary contributions, but if you do want to provide monetary contributions, it probably won't say no. So what else do people tend to put in these README files? I don't know, maybe a list of collaborators? So that will be fine. I think that's enough for tonight. Yeah, no, I'm quite happy with that. I've closed about 3 or 4 issues. So yeah, definitely happy with that. Good. Right. Well, thanks for watching. And if anyone was watching that, let's just have a good look at what the site looks like. There we go. So I still need a dark theme desperately. It's so bright. I'm going to see if I can get someone else to do the dark theme, but at least it's a bit more responsive and there's a bit more information of how you can help out on an open source nature. And we've got trailing slashes, so I'm happy. Yeah, that's a good night's work. So thank you very much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Bye.